I know that net zero energy isn't the top of the city's agenda right now, or your personal agenda, and that there's at least a couple other important things that you're working really hard on. Do you want to connect the dots for us? Mention what's going on in Cambridge with like police reform or racism in our city?
Yeah, I mean, that's the topic du jour. It's about 5 or 6 decades overdue. It's all connected, and the climate movement itself has struggled for a long time to be more in solidarity with minority communities and communities that are really being impacted by environmental injustice and racism. I think this is a great opportunity to really make it clear that this is all part of the same effort, and I'm reading Ibram Kendi's book on how to be an anti-racist, and he says right up front, that not addressing environmental issues is another form of racism, right? Because those issues, climate change, heat island effects, flooding, they always impact the minority communities first, the least resource communities in our cities, in our country. And, we saw that with Hurricane Katrina. We're seeing it now in Miami with the sea level rise, and the low-lying areas on the water that used to be the more expensive areas now are cheaper because nobody wants to live there anymore. And so now we're just moving all the poor people down to the water edge, and all the rich people are moving uphill, just really everywhere, right? It's just part of, unfortunately, everything we do. And part of this national movement around defunding the police and so on, we made a push to reallocate some funds in the police budget, and we were somewhat successful. So the city manager announced he will reallocate $2.5 million from next year's police budget to other council priorities to support the community. It's just the first step. We have so much work to do. And one of the things that became very clear in the many conversations I had with members of the Black community is that, police isn't even the only problem, right? It's the entire city budget is racist, right? When you look at education, human services, we're not providing enough of those services, and we're not making sure that our Black and brown kids are being educated to the same level as our white kids. And so we really need to take a comprehensive look at the entire budget and how we run our city to make sure that we're doing it in an anti-racist way. And so I'm committed to doing that work. I've been preparing myself and continue to prepare myself. I'm learning. It's a lot to absorb, but I'm always optimistic, that when these moments happen and people realize we really need to do something, we have to jump on it and not, let that opportunity slip. And that includes our environmental efforts and making sure that those efforts are very explicitly and effectively anti-racist. We're working on protecting our tree canopy. Where's the tree canopy that's in us? It's in the port, in our historically Black neighborhoods. So there's a lot of work to be done. I'm encouraged by the energy and the passion that people have to finally make that change. And it's never easy, right? If it was easy, we would have already done it 50 years ago. So
there's a lot to think about and a heck of a lot to do. Thanks for talking with us about what you've been up to and where Cambridge is going next. Thanks so much.
My pleasure. Happy to be here.
It's really good to see you.
See you guys.
Thanks for watching. This is Energy Nerd Show and Tell.
It's the show that we want to watch, so we're thinking maybe some of you energy nerds want to watch it too. If you do, then tell your friends and subscribe right around here. Click there.
And check
or there or over here.
Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and where else?
Yeah, and the Energy Nerd website at energynerdshow.com. You can always go there. And if you want to be a guest, you can volunteer to be a guest. We love to have guests. In fact, that's kind of what the show is all about.
Absolutely.